Hey guys, welcome to our April Q&A video. I am doing it via webcam this time because the last couple times I did a Q&A video, my camera stopped working because the video ran so long and I got even more questions for the Q&A video this month, so I didn't want it to cut out halfway through and end awkwardly. So we're just gonna go ahead and do it via webcam, so I hope you guys are okay with that. I did get quite a bit of questions from my Patreon supporters and from social media via Facebook, Instagram, and everything. So it is quite a bit of questions, actually. I was really surprised because they are so broad and so numerous. So I will try my best to get through all of them that I saw at least. If I did miss your question, I do apologize. Just either leave a comment in the video comment section if your questions, or the next time I do my social media post regarding it, just throw it in there and be like, you forgot me last time. So I do apologize if that does happen. But I did get quite a few of them, and as always, thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. I know I have my little banner going right now, but I really do appreciate it, and all of the Patreon supporters that I have right now are just amazing. They've been so great to me and participating when I have my special Q&A posts and when I don't really know what to stream. They're just awesome about giving me ideas for things, and I definitely appreciate it. So if you're interested, there's that. You can go on there, and I did answer it in my last video, but people were wanting to know how they can request kind of more like personalized photo shoots, and there is a tier on my Patreon to do that. So go and check it out, patreon.com/doe-eyed fawn, and just see if you like what's going on. I definitely appreciate it. My first question is, got enough crop tops in your life? You can never have enough crop tops. And since I have been working with Lyla's crop tops, I do get quite a bit of them, and I just stash them and squirrel them away. So I have quite a bit of them that people haven't even seen yet, that I haven't done photo shoots with, and I just literally sleep in them, I work out in them and everything. I have them hoarded away, but no, I need more. I still get some whenever I buy clothes, especially living in Arizona. You can't have too many. That doesn't exist. Um, do you let guys buy you stuff? So that's kind of a interesting question because on the street or whatever. It's not like I go around saying hey, can you buy me this? No. Obviously I do have my Patreon, which is a form of I guess financial support that people can give, but I understand that that's not something people can do. It is like a monthly subscription sort of thing. You designate how much you would like to give to your creator of choice, and it just automatically comes out every month. And I understand that's not something that everyone is able to do. And I do have other options. If people want to just do a one-time thing, they can do so via PayPal, which is my email, which is doeidfawn@gmail.com. And then also I do have an Amazon wish list that people requested that I make just so that they can give me something obviously besides just money. So there's that. I have some items that I picked out there, mostly books because I read all the time. But there's a bunch of different items on there that people can pick and choose if they want to send an actual gift. Other than that, I've been asked oh, do you want me to pay your phone bill? Do you want me to pay your rent? I really do appreciate the offer. But my rent is outrageously high since I just moved into my new apartment, and I would never ask that from anyone. I am so blown away by the offers and everything. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. But I just no. I got my rent. I pay for me to live and everything and survive, and I definitely appreciate the offer, but I wouldn't ask that from anyone. That's just beyond me on how kind you are to offer, but I'm gonna pay my own rent. That's just way too much money to like even attempt to ask from anyone. So, but thank you so much for the individuals that did offer and ask about it. But if you do want to send gifts, like you said, there's PayPal, Patreon, and my Amazon wish list. Other than that, there are ways to like tip via my streams on Twitch. There's like a little like tip jar thing that you can do. But other than that, like I'm not going to ask anyone to buy my rent or pay for my rent. What are your thoughts on belly punching fetish? Uh, well, I know I did get some kind of like variance of this question of like, do you like being punched in the stomach? Do you want to be punched in the stomach? What do you think about belly punching fetishes and everything? And I did touch on this in my stomach and like tattoo Q&A video and everything, that I'm not here to judge what turns someone on or gets them off or anything like that. Like I refuse to judge people as long as it's not like pedophilia, necrophilia, like actual rape, not like role play rape or anything like that, or like bestiality. Like anything other than that, like I'm not gonna judge you. Like you do you, whatever gets you off, go for it. I'm not gonna say like, oh, that's disgusting, that's weird, or whatever. Like no, it's what you go to and that's what turns you on and everything, and I can respect that. In this particular case, no, I do not like being punched in the stomach. I don't have a belly punching fetish or anything. I'm not going to judge someone else for liking it. And I understand people being into that and everything, but I actually had surgery in my belly button when I was in high school, and I had such abdominal pain, like literally for months before they finally figured out like, oh, let's put a camera in there and let's snoop around, see what's going on. So I actually had a lot of pain in my stomach for most of my last year of high school. So I actually don't really like pain involved with my stomach just because I did have to go through that and I had surgery, and for I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks after the surgery I was in an immense amount of pain because they had to actually like go in there and I had to get 2 incisions, one which was directly inside my belly button. So that's not something that I really like just because I guess I did have like trauma to my stomach when I was younger. But I'm not going to say like, oh no, you can't like that. No, it's fine if you do, but my stomach, I personally don't like a lot of pain involved in that. Um, can we have more videos with your belly exposed in them? Absolutely. I've been trying to diversify and do a little bit more to shout out because I do know a lot of my supporters do like the fact that I show off my stomach a lot. And I understand that I am going to try to do a little bit more. I have had questions regarding like the top tier of my Patreon that I mentioned, that people were wanting customized photo shoots and everything. And if people are interested, I have been toying with the idea of doing video clips as well. The most recent one that came up was like people were wanting like clips of me like at least attempting to do like belly dancing or like videos of me showing off my stomach and everything, and I'm completely for it. Like if that's what you would rather want instead of like a ton of photos for like a photo shoot and you want like a little bit of video clips, a little bit of photos, like sure, I'm nothing if not accommodating. And just for satisfaction purposes, here's my stomach. I'm in my pajamas, so do apologize, but there's that for the people wanting it. So I did just get out of the shower recently, and it is late at night, so I do apologize. No makeup, no fancy clothes or anything. Just me being me. I hope that's okay. Um, what did you do before you became a model slash streamer? So I have done modeling off and on pretty much for the last like 10 years, but before I focused on like video game streaming and modeling and everything, I actually did mostly customer service jobs. Like I worked at Best Buy and was like a cashier there for a while. I did customer service like via telephone. People would call in with their issues. I did work for a car insurance company, so whenever people had like car accidents or something, like I would be the one to be like, okay, what happened? Was there another car involved? What color was it? And everything. So I would go through like the list of questions and getting as much information as possible. So I did that for about 2.5 years before I started doing like the video game streaming and modeling and everything more like on a full-time basis. So that's what I did. Did a lot of customer service. Do you like amusement parks? Yes. I haven't gone to one in a really long time, but like I do like roller coasters. I like going on rides. When I was younger, especially, like my sister and I would go to like castles and coasters all the time to just like ride everything, do bumper boats and whatnot. I think it's amazing. I just don't generally go to them that much anymore, especially with Arizona because it is so hot and most of the amusement parks, they shut down pretty much for the winter time. So I don't really get to do that and I don't really travel a whole lot. So, and when I do travel, it's mostly for business. I don't have time to go and freelance, but I do like them. I like going on rides. Why did you pick those dogs? As in my two dogs, there's Kokori, she's a Shiba Inu, and Ari, who's a Pomsky. And to be honest, I really fell in love with the breeds. Like they're just amazing, and especially Ari being a Pomsky. My whole life, like growing up, all my family had were Pomeranians, and like that's just pretty much the dog that like I grew up with. They're so tiny and loving and caring and everything. And especially after having Kokori, who's very independent, I wanted a dog that was more like cuddly and lets me like pet her and hold her without her getting upset. And so that's pretty much why I got those particular dogs. Um, what books do you read? I actually read 5 different books in the last week. I know I probably don't look like it, but I do like to read. My more favorite ones lately are I've been reading the Natsume Yujincho, aka like Natsume's Book of Friends, like the manga like novels, and I think I'm on the fourth one now. So I'm on those, and then I've also been reading the Resident Evil books. Like they're the books based on the video games, and the author actually does a really good job on kind of explaining more of like the in-depth things going on and the people's like mindsets and everything, and does like original books like based on the characters and everything too, which are kind of cool. Those are the ones that I've been reading most lately. As of late. I don't know what I'm saying. Are you more of a DIY or a buy it person? I suck at crafts. Like, not even kidding. I suck at art. I suck at crafts. I can't do anything pretty much at all. So I am definitely a buy it sort of person. What are you doing on a Saturday afternoon? Playing video games or watching stuff on Crunchyroll or Netflix? What was your first scar that you remember and how did it happen? The first one I can kind of remember, I don't know if you could see it because of the camera. Yeah, I don't think you could see it, but there's actually a scar right here on my leg. And That's because I'm an idiot. And when I was a little kid, I don't know if you guys remember those like push-up like ice creams. They're like called push pops or push-ups or something. They're like orange flavored and they have a little straw and you push it up. Surprise. And for some reason, I thought I was so cool and I was like trying to be a little pyromaniac. I got one of my sister's lighters. I was like maybe, I want to say 8. A little too old to be doing it, but I was like, oh, let's play with fire. So I'm starting to melt this stupid little straw from that thing, and the hot plastic falls onto my leg and I immediately like try to like wipe it off and everything and I noticed there's a hole in my leg and it took forever for it to heal and there's like this big old scar on my leg now from me melting plastic. And that's the first one that I can remember and it was literally just because I'm an idiot. Do you play sports? If so, what? I do not play sports. I used to like sports like in high school and middle school and stuff, but I don't really do anything now just because like with my heart conditions, I can't really do a whole lot physically. And if I were to, I don't know. I know I like badminton. I know that's like random and not like a sport technically, but like I liked playing badminton and like volleyball and stuff, but I don't generally because I barely leave my house. I play sports on video games. Does that count? Favorite TV shows. Supernatural, pretty much all of the CSIs, Forensic Files. I'm such a nerd. I apologize. That's pretty much the majority of them. Criminal Minds, pretty much anything where people die and you have to figure out like who did it. That's my my thing. Funniest thing that happened in grade school or high school. So when I was in 7th grade, I tried to do a really high kick and I went to kick and it flung me back and I fell completely on my ass, my back, head, everything because I was like, oh yeah, I'm cool, kick. Dunk. It was not good. I can laugh about it now, but it literally knocked the wind out of me when it happened. What posters were on your wall in high school? I'm probably going to get a lot of crap about this, but I had posters for WWE, aka the wrestling, World Wrestling Entertainment, aka World Wrestling Federation, as it once was called, and the Lord of the Rings. I had so many posters of like the Lord of the Rings, Orlando Bloom, and wrestling. That was literally my high school posters. It was super nerdy, but that's exactly what it was. Have you ever had or wanted your belly rubbed? I have had my belly rubbed. I find anytime I've had like physical partners in the past, like that's where people gravitate towards a lot. And also like anyways, just like friends that I've had, they'd be like, oh, your belly's so smooth. Wipe, wipe, wipe. And I guess I've wanted it rubbed before. Like, doesn't everybody? Is that weird? Popular or not, what class of school were you? Like geek, band, sports, etc. I don't know. Like, I know everyone kind of like answers the same way, but like, I was me and all my friends, like, we hung in an area called the Rocks, and we were pretty much like the outcasts. Like, we were all just like randomly there. Like, we had a bunch of stuff in common, like classes sort of ways, but like everyone there like liked a different kind of music. They had different interests, and everybody was kind of just from all walks of life. But we were all friends, and that worked, I guess. Would you be willing to do personalized video clips to add with your personalized photo shoots? I did mention that earlier, but yes, I am more than happy to accommodate in that sense. If people want to get little clips of it where like I'm belly dancing in some clips, do photo shoots of it, so it's like an actual picture to last longer, or a video if you want to see it in action, or anything really. Like, I'm more than happy to accommodate that. Would you be willing to do more belly or like Arabian dancing themed photo shoots along with the ones that you have been taking? Absolutely, especially if it's for like the Patreon tier. I do have photo shoots that are paid shoots that I have to do as well. And then there are shoots that I do for my own like artistic wantings and whatnot. But if that's something that people are interested, I am more than open to do that more as well. Would you ever collaborate with another model for a photo shoot if the opportunity arises? I have worked with other models in the past, and I mean, it was fine. I liked the pictures. The person was really nice. And any of the occasions that I did it. The only thing that's kind of a little bit harder to work out is when you do photo shoots with obviously more than one person, it's kind of hard to schedule because you have to work around your schedule, the photographer's, makeup, hair, the other model, and everyone's schedule has to combine to do a photo shoot. And it just takes an awful lot of effort that's even more so than just a normal photo shoot. But I would definitely be willing to do so. It just would probably take about 6 months in planning just to get it scheduled okay. Would you try to belly dance one day for your devoted fans? I will try. I'm gonna have to probably practice a little bit. I did do some belly dancing in high school for almost a good semester that I did it, but that was like 15 years ago. So I would definitely have to refresh and practice, but I would be more than happy to do a video of that if you guys are interested. What skills have you always wanted to learn but haven't? I kind of always wanted to learn how to like pick locks. Not because I want to do anything bad, but just to be able to like have that in my back pocket and be like, oh yeah, I could do that if the situation called for it at some point in time. And I just never really did it. I don't know how you would go into learning how to do that exactly. If you guys know, let me know in the comments because I would be willing to learn it. I just have no idea how. What would you do with money if you were completely debt-free? I would like to think that I would save a good chunk of it just in case, but I would probably end up spending it on video games or like pre-orders for stuff. Probably, yeah, go on some sort of like spending spree for like video games, books, makeup, do extra girly things. I don't know. But that probably won't ever exist, so I'm not going to worry about it. What was your favorite class in school? My favorite class that I had that was an actual class that I took was journalism, and then the next class right after it was newspaper. And it was in the same classroom, so I was in there for like 2 hours each day. And then they had the thing where you do every other day, so you get it for an extra 2 hours. So there were times that I would be in the same classroom for like 4 hours out of the day, and it was amazing. And the teacher, she was just so inspirational and so awesome and so laid back and just kind of let you inspire your own like articles and everything. And it was just great. She was awesome, and I had a lot of friends in that class, so it was just really easy and happy to do. I think we got through all of them. Yeah, I think we finally came to the end of it. But thank you so much, guys, for sending in your questions. I do try to answer as many as I get. And obviously, my Patreon supporters, the posts that I make for them, and I also individually message the Patreon supporters that get the priority questions. So obviously, I want to go through all those questions first, but I do try to get as many questions as I can from Facebook, excuse me, and Instagram. And I try to get through as many of those as I can as well. But if you guys think of anything else, please feel free to comment in the comments down below. And I will try to get to them the best I can in the next Q&A video. But this is our April Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. And I am going to be doing my streams, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Can you tell I'm tired? And that is 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is Arizona time, but people don't know what that means, so I have to say Mountain Standard Time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.